Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. First day on the funded. As you can see, we're not red. So that's all right. Unfortunately, got break even today. So kind of is what it is. But shoot, I'll never be upset about getting break even when you very well could have lost, right? So today was tough. Today was tough. I think there was really only one valid setup that honestly it happened so quick I kind of missed it. But it is what it is, right? So let's get into it. Coming into the day, I didn't really have a bias like at all. Um, it's kind of trying to ignore this big ass candle right here. We're just kind of in this little range, hovering at all time highs. We finally broke through it today, which is cool. But I very well could have seen price do a little bit of retrace on ES. We are. Oh my God, there's so much stuff on my screen. Jeez. On ES, we're a little bit deeper into the range. We're not quite at all time highs right now, but NQ is kind of just ripping. So obviously at all time highs, I don't necessarily want to be shorting. However, today I think I saw a world where there could have been a short, but you most likely don't want to short, if that makes sense. So without further ado, I marked out these relative equal highs here for NQ, which was kind of my main target today. So yeah. So at 9:30, what happened? Let's go to the 1 minute. So 9:30 open, what happened? We took out kind of this, I didn't really take anything out. We just kind of wicked the high and then started displacing lower. So what I kind of originally thought was, all right, if we inverse this gap here with some speed, I'm smacking along. Um, and we're going higher. So that was my initial thought. However, we came in and after like 10 minutes of just accumulation and then we finally started displacing through it. By the time we closed, I was already turned off by this. Like I was not trying to take this. However, you never know. It could have worked, but I didn't really like it, so I didn't want to take it. Um so then what did I see here? Price displaced lower. I thought about taking a short here, which you very well could have. The only thing that I didn't like was just kind of the risk to reward aspect of it. I thought kind of like, and also I don't really love entering trades and the next candle starts looking like a doji. Like that's not what I like to do. Now I know like statistically I should enter on this trade or on this candle, but on ES, let's see if I can find more. On ES, we were already, or on ES, we didn't close it right here at 9:48. So kind of everything turned me off on that trade. I didn't really feel like taking it because at 9:48 we smacked through all these gaps and like we had two 1 minute gaps, but we had no 2 minute gap. I don't know, it's just weird choppy price action. But finally we take out this low right here. And then on ES, I don't believe we took anything out. Yeah. So we had a bullish S&T with ES. So I was already like, ooh, shit. All right, here we go. Now we might be going longer. I wanted to see this gap get inverse with some speed. However, we didn't do that. But we held, I think there was a 2 minute here. Yeah, there was. We held this 2 minute and we got this 1 minute inverse out of it right here. The only reason I didn't take this trade is because we closed above this internal high. Now, in hindsight, should I have let that stop me from taking this trade? Probably not, just because the draw on liquidity was very clear. Like we displaced higher to this, we failed to take it, so we're just engineering more liquidity. We come down, put an SMT at this low, taking more buying power down here to push us higher. So like I don't know, it's kind of a coin flip, but also just the fact that it happened really quick. Like I think on the 30-second, yeah, like on this 30-second, we were still like kind of hovering, and then the next candle, boom, boom, and it's pretty quick. I think that was the only real valid trade you could have taken today, but I didn't take it. I missed that. Anyways, let's get into what I took. That was a lot of yapping. Okay, so what I took was, yes, I see we took out this liquidity pool. So was it risky? Yes. Did I care? No. My thought process was, okay, we've taken out all these draws here. However, ES is so much lower in the range that I would expect, especially at all-time highs, ES to try and catch up a little bit. That it did not end up happening, so I was wrong on that. But I think my idea was still correct of how we took out these draws. However, we're at all-time highs. You should expect that price to start generating higher highs. So just because we took this out, unless we get very clear displacement, like if this started closing all the way down here, I probably would have been looking maybe to take shorts down to these relative equal lows. However, that's not what happened. So with that being in mind, I saw that ES retraced into this little gap again, taking out this little low right here. And then I was really just like, shoot, I think, and what sold me more on it was less about the trade idea itself and more just about the sheer volume we were getting. So I think I entered on 7516. So I entered right there. Got pretty lucky with my fill, and I think I was just targeting kind of just the. I know I wasn't targeting this up here. I think I was going to scale out somewhere in here, maybe at like a 1-to-1 or whatever. But I went break even at this internal high, and unfortunately got stopped out at break even. Which I mean, it is what it is. Like I very well, I mean, I could have held my trade and ended up winning, but I think just with everything to keep in mind, how technically there is a bearish SMT. Price action today has been pretty shit, so shouldn't necessarily be looking for home runs. Just kind of keeping all that in mind. Now, the second trade I took was more or less kind of the same idea in the sense of, okay, we had this internal low here put in, 15-minute gap. I still think we can we could run these highs on ES. So I waited for price to take out this low, and then also on NQ at the same time, price tapped into this 15-minute gap. So the assets are already correlated in the sense that they both kind of had the same objective. And then, yeah, what ended up happening, we got crazy displacement, which is what I wanted to see, a strong V shape off of that. I don't think there was a 2-minute here. No. So what did I end up doing? I ended up entering something like that, and I was going to target these highs. And I knew I was going to go break even at this internal high right there, just because if we are going to displace through and get good price action, then I don't want to see us stall at this internal high at all. I want to see us start taking these highs and push past. So I went break even there. Ended up getting stopped out at break even again. It's what it is. It's 2 trades for the day. I really think there was only one valid trade you could have taken for the day. And I missed it. So it is what it is. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. It's cool that I'm on real money now. So this is the real deal. And then we'll see. We'll start working towards a payout. And then hope everything goes good from there. Peace.